Yo, what up? It's your boy Mar from Mo Beats. How y'all doing today? Today I am doing something special. In this video, I want to say it's like a video / podcast. For those that don't know, I used to have a producer podcast called the Show Lab Producer Podcast, where I would interview different producers and just talk about, what producers do. So this is kind of like this, but I am doing something that I've never done before, and I'm honored to be sitting with a young man, one of my offsprings. For y'all that don't know, me and my wife have 7 kids, and out of the 7, 4 of them are musicians. So I got one of my twins play drums and bass, one of them plays piano and sing. The other one raps and make music, and our baby boy, he raps, makes music. He does it all, and I'm honored to be sitting with my youngest son, producer, rapper, engineer. He is a self-sufficient being, and I just want to say, I'd like to welcome my homeboy, my son Myron, aka Kid Litro, to the podcast, I guess. How you doing, son?
Doing good.
I heard that.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So I'm saying, how you doing? Like I ain't seen you today. So before we get into I guess a lot of conversations and talkings about certain things, I want you to just let the audience know who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff.
Well, I'm Kid Litro. I'm his son, and I make music, I rap, I produce, make the beats, I mix, master, pretty much everything, like he said. And I'm 16. I'm about to be 17 next month, and yes, I'm a Christian too. I'm a Christian rapper, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. How old were you when you started? Now, and look, I know all these answers, but I just want to be able to, just kind of give in details of how you started. How long have you been producing music? And how long have you been producing? That's the first question.
I always get caught between 8 or 7 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was one of those. I think I was 8. No, I was 9 when I started making beats.
Yeah.
And so 9 to, we say 17, because my birthday next month. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 9 years.
9 years. 9 years. And you started when you was about 8. I remember when you first started out, I gave you this iPad mini, and I got a picture on my desktop. I think I might have sent it to you, where you was like sitting down in the hallway with the headphones on. So and that was probably about 7 years old, son.
7?
Yeah, I think it was about. You had to be 7, 8. You started.
It had to be 8 because 7. No. It was 7 because 7. That's when I had the tablet. No, I had the phone first. That little small phone you gave me at first, and that was at 7. And then I was at 8 when I had the phone and the tablet. And I remember Mom said you either gotta have one.
Yeah. So, when I was looking at that picture, I just happened to be going through my hard drives, and I just, I'm looking at that picture when you started, and then looking at where you're at now musically, and it's just like, man, like, it's amazing to see how, you just stuck with the craft, and and where you're at today, you know what I'm saying, how you really flourished as a musician, you know what I'm saying. It's safe. I ain't safe to say, but you are a musician, you know what I'm saying. So I think it's a blessing to see that. When you first started, do you remember what what intrigued you? What like sparked it? Can you go back that far?
So it sparked because now I didn't care about the music stuff. I like music, but I wanted to be a football player.
Right.
And
yeah.
so
all our kids play football.
and then
all our boys.
Marvin he used to write a lot of bars, and I used to watch him write bars and then memorize them at the same time. So I started writing bars, and he had a notebook, and he had some of his bars in there. He had a rap that he didn't finish. I still remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finished the rest of it, and when I finished the rest of it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I let him hear it, and he didn't think much of it because he was just like, you know, he's an older brother. He was expecting me to be
right.
better than him. So it was just a cool little rap. And then I started writing more raps. I was like, man. And I was always the type where I was just like, if I need something now, I don't like asking other people for it. I got to make it myself.
Right.
And I didn't feel like keep asking my dad for beats. At the same time, I was shy too. So I didn't want to keep asking my dad for beats. I didn't want to have to buy beats either. So I was like, I got to find a way to make beats.
Did you have some money at 8 years old?
No. So that's why I was like, I wasn't going to try to do that. And I was like, I got to make my own beats. And then I used to be, while you was making beats, I used to be right there in your chair acting like I was cutting your hair. So that was also what was like, I got to start making beats. But it was all just for fun at first until I actually realized how much I really loved it.
Right. What age were you at when you realized, you know what, like, this is what I love. I love it. Because I know you said when you first started, it was just like for play, but what was that age where you said, you know what, this is what I want to do? It
was when I got Beat Maker 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that had to be when I was like late 9 or 10 years old.
Right. And shout out to Beatmaker 3, man. People that know me, I use a software called Beatmaker 3 on my iPad. And my son, when he started out, when he first started out, he was on Beatmaker 2. I was actually still on Beatmaker 2 at that time. I think Beatmaker 3 had started just doing a beta testing, but he started out on Beatmaker 2. So that's how long he's been around it. So it was around, you said around 10.
At least late 9 or 10. Or, yeah, 10.
10. Okay. Man. So 10 years old, it just becomes like what you want to do. Were you set on this is what you want to do as a career, or you was just so really serious about it at the time?
It was more of I was set on this is what I want to get better at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is what because I don't want to say this is really what I want to do. Because at the same time, I'm young and then I still got my football dreams. Right. So I was like, man, right now, I really just want to get better at making beats and stuff. And so that's why I was always making beats all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's all it was. I just wanted to get better at it.
Just wanted to get better. Well, I know at 10 years old, did you have any what's the word I'm looking for? Did you have any favorite producers or favorite people at that time, or you were still just trying to figure it out? That really didn't set at that time, or?
So my favorite producer at that time, and even for now, it was, if I'm being honest, it was always me. But
oh boy.
But it was you really, because I didn't know any other producers who I really ain't know any other producers. And then even now I feel like it's still you because the way you just like keep going.
Wow. Well, I appreciate that, son. Besides me, who are some other producers that like some of your favorite? These are my favorite producers. So, but like, who are your favorite producers? And I'm going to tell you mine.
So, okay, so me and then you, and then Pharrell. Pharrell Williams. And then they got this producer that I know. His name is Xerxes. And then they got this other producer I'm doing my top 5. Then they got this other producer. His name is Majins. Majins. And then after Majins is Benny X. I could keep going, but yeah, that's my top 5.
Oh, you got to hit me to them. I ain't never heard of them.
Yeah, they new school.
They new school. Okay. All right. So my son got new school. I got old school. So my top 5, as you can see on the shirt, is George Clinton. I got all their first names. Well, I got George Barry White, J Dilla, which his real name is James Yancey. Then I got Just Blaze. His first name is Justin. And I got Night Wonder, which Night Wonder's real name is Patrick. So these are my top 5 producers. So yeah, but you're gonna tap me in with them, with the Xerxes,
Majins, and Benny X.
So let me ask you this, son. Like, so you started out as producing. What made you want to start rapping? And before you answer that, let me just break it down to let me just mention something. So I'm not sure if you guys seen the Kanye West documentary on Netflix. My son and Kanye, to me, have a lot of similarities because Kanye started out as a producer, but he wanted to be a rapper, and nobody took him serious as a rapper because he was such a dope producer. So it was almost like he had a point to prove, like, yo, I am cold too as a rapper. So what made you want to be more of a rapper? Cause like when I was be like, man, you know what? You could sell beats and make some money. But like you was like so focused on, nah, I want to rap. What made you lean towards that?
Well, one is every time I try to sell beats, they wouldn't sell. That was one.
Okay.
Because you put them up there, and I think you put up one of them.
Yeah.
No. It was when I asked you to put up one of my beats, and you was like, son, do you really want to put this up? And that's when I was like, yeah, I should probably start rapping.
Oh, so I made you lose confidence? Oh man, that's cool. I didn't know that. And I feel you. I feel you on that. The beat selling game it's a process. When I first started, I couldn't sell none either, but you just got to stay in it. But anyway, I don't want to veer off. Go ahead.
So it was
that's cool.
It was that. And then,
oh man.
We had found out about Aha Cazell.
Yeah.
And what I didn't know at first was he was a good rapper. Well, I never really thought about like being a rapper and a producer. I didn't even think that was, because I thought always like with record labels, there's always just a rapper and then they just got all these producers they hire just to give them the beats.
Right.
But then Aha Cazell came along and I found out he make beats and he raps. So I was like, maybe I can do that too, because I did write raps and I did want beats for those raps. I was like, I got these raps and I got these beats. Let me just try to, actually try to rap over them. And then, but what made me actually want to be an actual rapper was, I want to say, like actually get into a career of it. It was Derek Minor.
Wow.
Because I was listening to it. It was when RMG was popping. And I was listening to a lot of his music. And I was like, man, I want to get signed to RMG so bad. And that's when I was like, I got to start this career.
Yeah.
Then.
Wow. So Derek really sparked you as in artist mode.
Well, in career mode.
In